Ciaran here for Boxing Bants. We're here in lovely Ireland, in actually my home. So before I start, actually, so I'm with Marija Malencia. Yeah,
Nice.
She's very proud of me there because I said it properly. But people who are wondering how this came about, Marija, you're training then in Peter Taylor's gym. You are going to be turning pro, but obviously you're still going to be qualifying, going to the qualifiers for the Olympics.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, with Croatia. And you're living with Jordan Reynolds at the moment for the next few days.
Yeah.
And I actually live just down the road, so we decided to do this interview. So first of all, how have you been? How have you enjoyed Ireland?
Very well. I'm here just few days and I really love it. I love the training the most, and the country is very nice.
Yeah. Is this your first time in Ireland?
Actually, my second time. I was here last year because my younger sister usually lives here.
Yeah.
So I just went for 2 days, but I didn't see nothing.
Yeah. That's your younger sister?
My younger sister, yeah.
Is it the sister that do you just one sister? Is it?
One sister and one brother.
One sister, yeah. Because no, I saw on your page and I was like, they have to be twins. I said they have to be twins.
I'm so happy because she's 22 and I'm 31. So when people say that, I feel young.
No way! I was convinced you were like twins. I was convinced you were twins. Just from the pictures, you look so similar. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how have you enjoyed it? Because you're kind of more out in the country here. So
Excuse me?
You're kind of like more out in the country.
Yeah.
At the moment.
Well, I love this countryside because usually I'm from Croatia, but we have a small village, so I always go countryside. So for me, it's really peaceful and nice, far away from London, where I usually live. You know.
Yeah. It's a bit windy out here, like in case anyone didn't notice. Yeah. So why are you over here anyway? Like, why are you training then with Peter, down with Jordan?
Well, the thing is, now I was part of the qualification event for Europe for Olympics, but then just the night before my fight, it got stopped because of the virus. So my team fly back to Croatia, and I just had a gut feeling to stay in London. So I stayed in London. I've been doing some training with some friends in the gym. And then I just saw on Instagram Pete and the trainings, and then I just contacted him, and I just came here for a few days, and I really love it. So I'm thinking.
So that was it, like that you just saw it on Instagram?
Usually I do that. It's not
Yeah. So because I thought maybe Jordan might have got in contact with you.
No, and then actually I met Jordan.
Yeah.
I mean, virtually.
So so you met Jordan through Peter, was it? Or
yeah, I mean through Instagram, to be honest. So, but he was very nice. He helped me a lot, you know, with accommodation and picking me up and advices and so.
That's crazy. That's crazy because I just presumed. Now I know Jordan's from the Luton area, like, but I just presumed that he was probably training in the same gym as you in England, and that's how you got to know each other. But no, it's just.
Yeah, I didn't even know him from England because I don't. Well, not that. He deserves to be known, but I don't know anybody. So,
you're a bit of a crossover because you've been a professional kickboxer and you started kickboxing when you were 17. How did you start kickboxing? Like, how did you get into it?
Well, I started when I was 17 in Croatia, pretty late, and then accidentally I became good, really, because for me it was just having fun, and then I became really good when I moved from Croatia. So of course, when you have more fights, more trainers, everything is different. So I realized that I'm not bad, you know. So I became good, and then it started like that, traveling around, fighting, winning most of the times. And then I just thought that I want to do the same in boxing. I want to try at least because I think boxing is more hard.
Yeah. And like kickboxing in itself, like. It's kind of like there's no such thing really as journeyman in it, you know. Journeyman.
No, yeah, I know.
Yeah, so you're building your profile. From when I spoke to Aaron O'Reilly last week, the other kickboxer, he said it's just literally straight away you're fighting people who are top ranked, people champions and stuff like that. Is that kind of your mentality when you transition into boxing? Were you kind of thinking, I'll just fight anyone? Anywhere, or were you trying to think I'm going to ease myself into it?
No, of course. Well, this kickboxing career helped me to get the mentality. No, so I was ready, of course, for everything.
So, but at the kickboxing, did you know kickboxing was going to make you travel to all those different places?
No, and that was the best part of it, because of course I didn't earn a lot of money, but it doesn't matter. You earn the experience, you travel for free, you fight, you win, you meet people all around, and it all goes to your CV, which because of that I started to work like a personal trainer. It just made my life easier and richer in experiencing. And
yeah. So why, people always ask, why the life of a fighter? You know what I mean? Because it's so hard, it's so tough. Do you know what I mean? And you're going from fight to fight, really, kind of living your life. So, you have a lot younger sister and stuff like that. Were people saying to you, like you're crazy, traveling, all this stuff? Were people ever saying that to you?
Yeah, but we're all crazy,
Yeah.
I think they're crazy because they're not living. I think this is pure living. So.
Yeah.
And it's now. It's making personal history, Later.
Yeah.
Later you're old and.
Leave that go. Yeah. So, when did you make the decision to turn to boxing?
Well, a lot of people ask me, and I still don't know the answer. I think I had a personal breakdown. I just want to change. I was in Amsterdam and I was still fighting, but I started to go out a bit, a bit of partying. So I started to lose myself. So I just went to Thailand and then I trained boxing. So I just realized, okay, I need a change. I love change. And I think boxing is harder way of kickboxing, and I like harder ways. So I think that's why.
Yeah. I think it's more so, wouldn't it be, because there's such Olympic pedigree in boxing, and boxing's been around for so long that it's evolved so much. So there's so much more to learn now. Would you say that?
Exactly. Even more dedication and just more of everything. Mentality. In kickboxing, of course, I respect and I love kickboxing, but it's more, you need to be fit, you need to be ready, and it's just more give and take. The one who wants it more many times wins, but in boxing I think it's just so different people, styles, and in long term I think it's even more damaging, the boxing, because in kickboxing, okay, you fight without the shin pads and stuff, you have bruised legs and stuff, but in boxing you're getting everything in the head.
Yeah. There's a former heavyweight champion, Ciaran. I don't know if you know him. Well, Jordan would know him anyway. But he fought people he's funny, he's crazy. But he fought like George Foreman, Lennox Lewis. But for money, he fought K1 fight. And he just said the pain in his legs was just something else. He said he felt like someone was hitting a bat against his leg. And he said, man, I said, champ, I had to quit. He's like, I was going to stop.
Really?
But he caught him with a punch. And he knocked him out, but he says, if I hadn't knocked him out then, I was going to quit. He said, the pain in my legs. And he said,
maybe because of the low kicks. Probably he didn't, of course, I mean, in boxing the stance is a bit different and he's not used to blocking.
Yeah. Probably,
that's the only problem.
He just talked about his legs the next day. He said he woke up and it was purple all the way down.
Yeah. Many times we walk, like this after the kickboxing. Knees, elbows to the head.
Yeah. So you were living in London and you were training in Peacock Gym, is that right?
Yeah.
What was that experience like for you? Because it's quite a well-known boxing club.
Yeah, it was amazing. Also, I came to London just I had a friend, but I didn't know nobody. I just know I want to box. So it took me a while to find a good coach, Brian O'Shaughnessy, and the gym, and I was just driven. I was going to one gym to another, looking for a job at the same time. And the Peacock Gym, it's really, I love the gym. It's really the energy, the people, the boxers are amazing. So yeah, it's not for a reason that it's the best gym.
Yeah. And were you, up until what point were you training there? Were you training there this year?
Yeah. Just actually before this
coronavirus,
and the European boxing qualifications, I just went 2 months to Croatia to train with my Croatian coach, because I had to have the peace in my mind, not paying the rent, not working, being with my family, my nephews. So that was also a good experience.
Yeah. And so just kind of going back to what you said earlier on, so you were looking on Instagram and you saw Peter Taylor training, and you just liked the way it was being done. Yeah. And you just decided to come. You just contacted him. Was that it?
Yeah. I mean, usually I do stuff like that, and it always turns out, to be good. Or if it's not good, you can just forget it.
And so you obviously knew that, like, he was Katie's dad, and he trained hard. He was her coach, like, through her first Olympics when she won gold. Do you think is he going to take you on as an amateur at the moment, or?
Well, we just met like a few days ago, so as I understand, he said I think they would help me probably with some stuff, accommodation and things. So I would really love to be a part of the team, because I think they're really great. And he, like a coach, I never seen somebody teach like that. I've been through many coaches in my life, and I think if I stay here, I'm gonna become really good.
Do you think it's the structure that you like about it? Because Peter's very organised and structured.
Yeah, I love that.
And that's what all the other fighters like about it, because when you go there's so many fighters, and you think, how can he look after me? But he is so organised. Is that what you like about the structure?
I love that. Yeah, the training is so well organised. The drills, the runnings, the sprints. It was all. I never experienced that. Yeah. Really, really cool.
So you made the decision now that you've been representing Croatia amateurs. I know you've had a few fights. You've had a few unlicensed fights as well. You're going to be trying to qualify for the Olympics. When does the campaign start for that? Because obviously a lot of things have been put forward.
Nobody still doesn't know anything. They said next year, February, end of February, beginning of March, everything will restart the way it stopped, they said. But then somebody else told me that the whole Olympics is going to be postponed. So I think I don't want to wait. Anyway, my first goal was to turn pro.
Yeah.
Because I like that game. I like excitement and stuff. So I'm just going to go with the flow. For me, it's important to work hard, to train, to progress, and then whatever life brings.
Yeah. So you're a lightweight, and like, since Katie's kind of moved on to the pros, she was obviously our lightweight champion, and Kellie Harrington has kind of taken that mantle now. And it's kind of funny because you're here now in this country, like, and you could be fighting in it. You could be fighting at either of them, but do you know that the draws we made? Do you know who you're going to be fighting and what path you have now?
Yeah. So of course, I have two chances, hopefully, or. Two chances. So the first one is through continents, so Europeans, and then I would be fighting a French boxer. I know her, she was second on Europeans, and if I go through her, then I would face Kellie. Life is crazy, right?
It's crazy because it's kind of like a conflict of interest for Peter, like, because he's Irish.
Yeah.
And his daughter was a lightweight champion and another lightweight champion, and he could be coaching you to fight an Irish champion.
I mean.
Yeah. So have you watched much of Kellie?
There is nothing, I think, online. Well, to be honest, first I need to go through the French. So that's we go step by step, The Kellie I didn't watch because I think there is nothing online, but she was there in Camp Assisi, where I was there also. I think in February, and Irish boxers were there, and she was there, and she looked very, very good. So
definitely, in terms of, do you think you're more suited to the pro style?
I think so.
Yeah.
Well, now with my Croatian coach, we worked a bit like a distance, because before I was very aggressive, I was coming forward, but now I'm changing style. So, but still, I think I'm much more for professional fighting, and I think I'm strong also.
Yeah.
They say.
Yeah, because it definitely shows, like, when you look at other fights, so you look at like Delphine Persoon, who Katie fought for the undisputed, but she went into the qualifiers for Olympics, but she could fight for 10 rounds, but in Olympics, skills pay the bills. In amateur, you know, you're on your toes. You're trying to rack up points. Have you got used to that style?
Yeah, I think so now, lately.
Yeah.
Because we did some tournaments, we did a lot of sparrings, so it's a bit different. And then in London, I sparred these girls that they are just turning pro, so it's just 2 minutes the round.
Mm-hmm.
No, 2 minutes and 1 minute rest. Like in amateurs, it's 3 times 3, as you know, and it's happening very fast. So that's important to train that way. I think. That's why I think I would love more pros, you know, like long rounds and.
Yeah. Do you? Like, has there been talks with, if you were going to turn pro? Is there any management companies or anything like that have spoken to you? Because I know Jordan's with MTK. Have you been in talks with anyone at the moment about potentially turning pro?
Well, not at the moment. So. Yeah, I'm just taking the time, you know. Like, I still don't know where I'm gonna live. So, you know, like, I'm just being patient.
Yeah. You could end up living with the two Tyrone boys in Dublin. Have you met them yet?
No.
Were they training today?
Yeah, you'll get to know.
Two Tyrones. They're both from Northern Ireland. They live together. Both the same name. They're crazy.
Really?
One of them has themselves tattooed on their
Themselves?
leg for out of a dare.
Shaves his head.
Yeah, just crazy. Yeah. But you get to know them. Yeah. They're
Cool.
two funny guys.
I like that.
Yeah. So, and have you met many of the other boxers there?
Where there?
At training with Peter, have you met all the other ones?
Well, we didn't speak a lot because it's just training straight away, and I can recognize the faces, but I'm really bad with names.
Yeah.
But if I move here, I'm, you know.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Right. Okay. So I think that's really it. What your last thing I want to say is, what's your objectives in the pro game? Like, what you want to? Is there any goal, or do you want to just get as many fights as you can?
Well, I want to be a world champion. That's the goal.
Yeah.
But we see how it goes.
Yeah.
I just do my thing, and the rest will come.
Yeah, so it's good to go. Well, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
It's Marija, former two-time world champion, two-time European champion in kickboxing. So hopefully we'll see you again as a future world champion.
I hope so.
With boxing. Right?
Thanks
Thanks
you.
for your time. Thanks.
Thank you.